Hi guys, this is Carol. How are ya? It is 98 degrees outside, but I've got the oven on. I'm doing my zucchini bread. I'm going to do orange zucchini bread in the crock pot. I'm going to do lemon zucchini bread in the oven as an experiment to see what the difference is with, texture and stuff if you cook it in the crock pot. Because I'd like to know. A sub told me that she does that, and I looked up, can you make a cake in a crock pot? And oh my gosh, I spent like an hour looking at all the different recipes for cakes in the crock pot. But anyway, I'm doing an experiment to see if it works in my crock pot. I was 69 years old when I found out that you're not supposed to take your cup and dig down in the flour and level it off and measure it that way. I measured out 2 cups of flour in this bowl by digging it in the bag of flour, digging down in it, and so the flour got more packed. Then I measured it out by taking this cup and pouring it into another cup to pour out 2 cups. This is 2 cups of flour. That's what was left over. Look how much was left over that I would have put in my recipe. That's quite a bit. Because that's how I've always done. I've just dug into the canister or the bag of flour to get the, measure the flour out. I didn't know until this year you're supposed to gently drop it into the cup. So, anyway, here's my 2 cups of flour. I'm gonna get everything measured out and then I'll show you. Okay. This is my dry ingredients. 2 cups of flour, 3/4 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg. So I'm going to whisk that together, and then I'll get to the next ingredients. In this bowl, I have 2 eggs that were room temperature, a cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of applesauce, 1/3 cup oil, zest from 1 orange, 1 tablespoon orange juice, and 1/2 teaspoon vanilla. I'm going to beat that up with my mixer. Okay, I'm going to add in the dry ingredients. When I get that all combined and no lumps remain, I'm going to put in my 2 cups of zucchini. This is for the other recipe. And 1/3 cup of raisins. Okay. That recipe was only supposed to make 1 loaf pan. My silicone loaf pans may be smaller than a normal loaf pan, I don't know. But I was afraid to fill them up more than halfway, so I made 1 that we stuck in the oven, and this one I'm putting in my crock pot. It says place a clean linen towel over the top, and then put the lid on. The towel is to keep condensation from dripping back down on your cake or bread and making it soggy. And I'm going to cook it on high for 2 hours and stick a toothpick in it and see what I think. I may, check it before 2 hours since I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I think this one is done. It cooked for 2 hours in the crock pot, which is what one of the recipes said. I'm going to remove the silicone pan out of my crock pot and let it sit until it's totally cool, because we took the one out of the oven. I thought it needed to bake about 5 more minutes. Casey thought it was done, so we took it out of the oven. We let it sit for about 15 minutes and tried to remove it from this similar silicone pan, and this is what happened. I have used these silicone pans many times. They have never come out like this. I don't know what we did. Today was one of those days. I cleaned the kitchen before we started cooking. And mopped, and then dropped an egg in the floor. I had put a plate with some baking soda in the microwave because I'd cleaned the microwave out, washed it out, and put a little saucer of baking soda in there. Casey took the baking soda out to put in some corn in a bag to cook. Dropped the plate of baking soda in the floor. We just made one mess after the other. It was just that kind of day. But anyway, this is the one that came out of the oven. I think it wasn't quite done yet, and it needed to cool a lot longer before I tried to take it out of the pan. But it tasted really good. I love it. Casey thought it would be better without the cinnamon in it, but I liked it like that. Anyway, the one that baked in the crock pot the top of it's browned. It looks good. A toothpick comes out clean. The one in the oven we baked for an hour. The one in the crock pot we baked for 2 hours. I'm going to let it completely cool before I take it out of the pan, so you won't see it today. You will have to come back tomorrow to see if it came out of the pan any better than this one did. I hardly ever watch the news, just rarely, but I do like to watch Jeopardy, and the local news comes on right after Jeopardy. Today I didn't get the TV turned off before the news started. Then I was busy with something else. But luckily, I saw this good news story. A farmer in Kansas wanted to surprise his wife for their 50th wedding anniversary. So he had his sons help him, and they planted 80 acres of sunflowers in a back corner of the farm where she wouldn't see it for his wife's anniversary present. He thinks there must be about 1.5 million sunflowers growing out there. They had their first date when she was 16. They've known each other forever. And now they've been married for 50 years. What a sweet guy to do this for his wife. On the news, it just showed, and forever. I mean, you could just see sunflowers forever. It was an awesome scene. What a sweet thing to do for his wife. Okay, guys, I am going to go. I've got my crumbly cake in a bowl, and I've got a spoon, and it's going to be delicious. And like I said, I like it with the cinnamon. Casey thought it did not need the cinnamon. Whatever. I'll put the recipe in the description. Bye. Oh, at the beginning, I told you I was going to make orange zucchini bread and lemon zucchini bread. I just did the orange zucchini because I ended up dividing it between my 2 loaf pans. I'll have to do the lemon zucchini bread another day. All right. Talk to you later. Let me know what's going on in your world. Appreciate you guys watching. Bye-bye.